For more than 100 years, First Choice Bank has provided dedicated community banking to North Mississippi. The banking products and services you need when you need them. At First Choice, you're our priority. Make First Choice your choice for banking.
I don't remember how it started.
Go to that.
Our back and forth. It always came back.
Dad!
You probably don't remember what you told me,
That was perfect.
but I heard every word.
One in 10 kids vape. Each vape pod can contain the same amount of nicotine as a pack of cigarettes.
The Health Class Film Guy isn't the best person to talk to your kid about vaping.
Got a few minutes?
You are. Talk to your child about vaping today.
Mississippi's trusted weather experts. This is Mississippi Live Weather This Morning.
Hey, good morning. Good morning. Happy Friday to you. Thanks as always for joining in at Mississippi Live Weather This Morning. I am Mississippi Live Weather meteorologist Maggie McCauley. I am very sorry if you tried to join us at 6:30 this morning and we weren't on. Nothing like technical difficulties on a Friday. Am I right? So we had a little bit of issue there, but we're on now and I'm glad you're joining in with us. Let's talk about everything you need to know. I hope you have your cup of coffee and you're ready to go for your Friday morning. Have a few things you need to know as you're headed out the door this morning. One of those is rain is going to be returning this evening. So if you got any plans, I'm tracking out some rain that could potentially impact some Friday night football games as well. Impacts from a cold front coming in. The rain is due to a cold front and it's going to be giving us some nicer weekend conditions before we start to warm right back up next week. So that's what you need to know in a nutshell. Let's take it a little bit further in, shall we? Here's a look at Mississippi Live radar this morning. Not tracking anything. Dry conditions from Clarksdale all the way over into Hamilton, Alabama. We're looking good to go out the door this morning. So that's some good news out there. However, zooming out, we are watching our next weather maker come into play, trying to push in right now into portions of central Arkansas, causing some rain over in the plains. Again, this cold front is what's going to be pushing in overnight into your Saturday. That's going to cause us some heavy downpours at times out there over the next 24 hours. So let's talk about it. As it gets closer in, I'm thinking 5, 6 o'clock, we could start to see some heavy downpours ahead of the main line. Now, the majority of rain that we're going to see from this system is actually going to be overnight into your early Saturday. You can see there early Saturday morning, maybe waking up to a rumble of thunder or two. Some of these could be on the strong to even severe side at times. So we'll get into that in a few minutes. After that pushes out, though, here's the good news. As we head noon and on your Saturday, really looking good to go. So got any plans into the afternoon and evening? It's going to be cooler. It's going to be nicer. Can't rule out maybe a stray shower trying to hang on, but the majority of us looking very dry afternoon on your Saturday. Here's a live look of what it looks like outside right now over in Aberdeen. Nice conditions to start off. A little bit warmer, temperatures in the 70s across the board, but a nice start to your day. Same story over in Greenwood. Dry as well. Temperatures in the low 70s, 73 there. Take a look at temperatures area wide. We're all a little bit warmer on your Friday morning. 74 in Memphis, 70 over in Little Rock, Arkansas, 72 down in Greenville, 70 in Starkville, 72 in Meridian. Where was that in comparison to yesterday? Anywhere between about 5, even a little bit closer to 8 down in Natchez degrees warmer this morning. So a little bit of a warmer start to a warmer day ahead. Here's the first 12 hours, what you can expect. Temperatures rising through the 70s for your morning. We'll be in the upper 80s by 11. I mean, I'm telling you, it's going to be a warmer day ahead than we've been seeing even yesterday at about 3 to 5 degrees up on your temperature. And that's what you can expect for today. Temperature is going to be topping out in the middle 90s. And again, we'll start to see those rain chances increase as we head into your early evening and on. That's when those will really start to come back into play. So I'll be taking it hour by hour. I know we have Friday night football games, or you just might have Friday night football plans in general. And we have some rain in the forecast for some. So coming up next, I will be taking you through hour by hour who can expect the rainfall and when. We're going to be talking about that all important Friday night football forecast. We'll talk through your weekend as well and give you a look at that 7-day forecast. Again, that's all coming up next on Mississippi Live Weather.
March 24th, 2023 was a normal Friday. You know, we knew the weather was not good, but we needed to take shelter and we didn't have shelter. My husband and almost 2-year-old daughter, Ethan and Riley, they did lose their lives in the storm. We're still recovering from it. We'll always be recovering from it. Matt Lawpon cares about the community. He's not just there to collect a paycheck. I feel like Matt Lawpon has proven himself trustworthy.
What would you give for a child you loved? To make their wish come true? To help them fight a critical illness? Just imagine what you'd do. Every single one of us can make the stars align, because when we come together, hope and joy will shine.
Right now, from the Room to Room Weather Center, here's meteorologist Maggie McAuley.
Hey, good morning. Happy Friday out there to you. I am Mississippi Live meteorologist Maggie McAuley, live from the Room to Room Weather Center. Glad you're waking up with us this morning. Nice morning ahead. This is a live look over in Oktibbeha County, Starkville, Mississippi. Temperatures in the 70s there, and that's really the story region-wide. Nice start to your day on your Friday. Looking good to go. No rain from Starkville and Oktibbeha County all the way over into Panola County, Northwest Mississippi, and Batesville. Here's a live look over there. And thank you to the North Mississippi Storm Chasers lending us your camera network. Beautiful cameras ongoing this morning and nice conditions out the door no matter where you are. Now, if you're heading on a flight for the weekend, you're good to go in that department as well. Not looking at any airport delays within all the international airports across the U.S. right now. So that is some good news. If you're headed out for a nice weekend getaway, you're going to be good to go. Or if you're staying in this morning in North Mississippi, you're good to go as well. Temperatures in the upper 70s by 9 will be in the 80s as we head throughout the rest of your morning hours as well. Another warm day ahead, even warmer than yesterday. I'm talking temperatures in the middle 90s today. Wouldn't be surprised if I saw some upper 90s in places like the Delta that's always a little bit warmer than everybody else. Main story today is the warmer conditions for your afternoon. However, I am tracking some storms that are going to be pushing in this evening that could be impacting some Friday night football games. So we'll get into that in just a minute. High temperatures across the board. I told you I wouldn't be surprised. Greenwood over in places like Clarksdale, a little bit warmer than everybody else, pushing the upper 90s. Most of us, though, in the middle 90s. 95 in Houston, 95 in Water Valley, 95 in Lafayette County today, low 90s, 92 in Louisville. Most of us are going to be topping out in the middle 90s. So what you can expect for your afternoon is anywhere between 2 up to 5 degrees warmer than it was yesterday. That all-important Friday night football forecast, we are going to be seeing temperatures in the 90s to start off those games. So that cool fall, crisp air is not around this Friday. Temperature is going to be in the middle 80s by halftime, near 80 as you're headed home. Here's the thing, not everybody going to be dealing with a spot shower or two, but some of us that do, it could be heavy at times. It could be delay makers as that really makes its way through. I'm thinking halftime to final snaps, some of us dealing with some spot showers. So let me give you the latest futurecast, what we're looking at hour by hour throughout your Friday. If you got any plans or you're headed out to those Friday night football games. Now to 9, good to go. We're looking at that southerly wind, drawing up that moisture, that warmth for your day ahead. So that's the story as we head to the afternoon and early evening. It's just how warm it's going to be getting. Good to go through noon as well if you got any lunch plans. It's 4 o'clock and 3 o'clock, those hours when we're going to start to see that rain kind of pour over from eastern Arkansas. And we could see a few showers ahead of that main line, ahead of that front as we head into those early game times. Now, I wouldn't look right at these showers and say, yes, it's going to be right over this specific area, Corinth and Boonville at 6 o'clock. That's not what I'm saying. What I am saying, though, is that North Mississippi, especially if you're along the Mississippi and Tennessee state line, could be seeing a heavy downpour or two as you're headed for the start of those game times, 6, 7 o'clock. And we're going to be watching for those. They could be heavy at times as they start to pop up ahead of that main line. So we're going to be watching them as they get closer in. They're going to continue all the way through 7, 8 o'clock as that rain continues to pour in from eastern Arkansas, pushing into the state. We're going to be watching it very closely as it comes in because some of these could be on the strong to even severe times side at at times. This will continue overnight into your early Saturday. If you got any plans on Saturday morning, expect rain to still be in the areas. That front still inching through the region. This will even continue through your 8 o'clock hour. You can see some of those heavier pockets from Vernon, Alabama, all the way down to Macon and Louisville. Now, after the mid-morning into your afternoon, the heaviest of rain shifts south and east, and we're looking to start to dry out noon and on your Saturday. Can't rule out maybe a sprinkle or two trying to hang around, but I think the majority of us really look dry into your Saturday evening. So that's some good news if you do have any plans later in the day, even looking at clouds kind of making their way out as well. As I said, a few of those could be on the stronger side at times as we head later this Friday. So I'm talking really in the evening hours into early Saturday. A few of those could try to become strong to severe. This risk has moved farther into our area. Yesterday, we saw that level 1 risk just clipping our region into northwest Mississippi. Now that is extended all the way as far as Oktibbeha County, clipping places like Attala County. And then we're seeing this level 2 risk clipping our area as well, trying to push into places like Alcorn County and then extending farther north up in places like Nashville. What you need to know about this is we're going to be watching it, monitoring it. Matt and Gabe will be in this evening watching these as they develop as well. What we're looking at main impacts from this is just gusty winds and the potential for some hail out of these as they form as well. So keeping our eye on it. Again, this is a very low in risk, but we're still watching it, and we'll bring you what you need to know when the time comes. What you need to know now is that this front's going to be bringing in nicer air for your weekend. So if you got any plans for Saturday night into Sunday, we're looking at very dry air entering the forecast. That nice crisp air is coming back into play for the back half of your weekend. If you got any plans, it's going to be nice. Middle 90s today, 80s tomorrow. We'll be in the 80s for your Sunday as well. Those even stick around as we head Monday into Tuesday. And take a look. I want you to see overnight lows as you're waking up on your Monday morning and your Tuesday morning. Definitely a different story out there. We're starting off today in the 70s. We'll start off Monday and Tuesday of your next work week in the 50s. So might need even a coat out the door for those kiddos, and maybe for you as well if you're like me and get cold a little bit easier. We'll see those temperatures though rise as we head into your next work week. We'll be back around average as we head Wednesday into Thursday. So a warming trend is taking into effect as we head later on into your next work week. So that's an overall look at your 7-day forecast. Make sure to stick with us at 7:30. We'll be on next, and I'll have the latest look at your SEC forecast. So if you got any plans, you're headed over maybe to Starkville or to Tuscaloosa to support your team, I'll have that latest forecast of what you can expect. I'll have that away game for Ole Miss as well. So you want to stick with us at 7:30.
Growing up, Gabe was naturally curious when he began to discover weather. Gabe just didn't want to know what was happening, but he wanted to know why it was happening. Gabe became fascinated with tornadoes, and it impacted his life. He wanted to pursue a career in meteorology. Even though Gabe grew up in Alabama, Mississippi has now become his home and his family. And one thing about Gabe is he keeps his family safe.